Very sorry, guys, for the late night live stream. I'm having my guy here, which is Mesh, and I think there is a surprise move, which I think Orlando Pirates, they play us daily on this one because we didn't expect this. But at the end of the day, you know what? What's good is that they actually able to sign one of the best talented midfielders. So I have Mesh here on the line. We're gonna talk about the guy which we think that is one of the best midfielder. Agreed with Kaizer Chiefs right now, and I think it's a done deal, that one, as it is reviewed. So Mesh, how are you, man?
Mola, how's it?
I'm good, and you, bro. I'm good, and you, bro. So, man, we have this shocking news of Sipho Mbule, man.
Hey, yeah, no, it's the Iron Duke, man.
Aishintwana.
Yeah, yeah, they're working, those guys. You can see that they see the value of the player, so
Fact.
they put the value of the player above the discipline issues.
Yes, true that. True that. So
Yeah,
you can carry on.
I mean, Pirates is already a good team, so I think, and I think also the desire for the coach, because it's been revealed that the coach, has been wanting to work with Mbule for the longest time. So I think also that, like, whatever the coach might have said to him was a good boost. Yeah.
So, do you think he's going to suit the squad of Orlando Pirates?
Yes, Nandi Ganjan. Tito, Mbule, Makaola behind. Nandi Ganjan.
Ganyiwa.
Nandi Ganjan. Like I think these are the Soweto Derby type of players.
Yes.
There's a flair that we want. It's good that the players have adapted, to, like, the European style of play. Some teams is there, they're able to do, some of the skills or techniques, but there needs to be that sauce, that South African sauce. And it's about high time we get someone who has sauce, like Mfukeng, to be achieving at the highest level, like Themba Zwane.
Yes.
Like Tito, to be also achieving at the highest level. And it mustn't be, it's only the people who are just good in their position, but like as a hard worker, not somebody who's got the sauce.
Yes.
Who's like, the leading man. But it's also nice to see some of the guys who have the sauce, becoming the leading man in their positions. And I think Pirates is a good fit for Mbule. He doesn't have to carry the team. The team can get results without him. So if the team can get results without him, that means that he's not going to be someone who's demanded to be at the highest level at, like, all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have Kelele saying that sure Mula H, the story of Mbule broke my heart, but it is what it is. And then Qiyas is saying that Mr. Mula and also Kelele saying Salem Chislet will be our midfielder. I heard Frost like extended his contract until 2028. That's true. So Mesh, let's talk about this. Those are the comments, guys, from the comment section, and then let's talk about this. Mickey Jr. breaking the news about Kaizer Chiefs reaching an agreement with Ethan Chislet to join the club after his contract with Port Vale ends on this 30 June. I mean,
those are good. Those are good news, for Chiefs. Such a fitting character, I think that's one thing that mustn't be undermined. But he's a fitting character. He is what the team needs.
Yes. And
in that position.
Yes, especially on that attacking midfield. I think Kaizer Chiefs, they needed someone who is creative like him, and the person who can also go for goals.
Yes. So in that midfield of Kaizer Chiefs, we do have the hardworking number 10.
Yes.
In Cirino, where you can almost know what you are going to get. And then you have the raw talent of Mdu Shabala. Where, like, it's either he's on or he's off. But Cirino, even on his worst day, can still give you a good performance.
Yes. True.
You get what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
so now to get somebody who's a modern day number 10,
I think
somebody who's able to even play as a number 8, which is a role that we've been lacking.
yes.
You know, someone who's just capable of carrying the ball forward and, you know, collect the ball from either the number 8, even the number 6, and move from the midfield position to the attacking position, which is what has been lacking, you know, for the most part with the team. So to see somebody like that being collected, you know, is very, very good for the team because it fits a position that was not filled yet. Remember, there's been positions that are not filled, and this was one of the positions that were not filled.
I remember we talked about it.
So yes, it's a good signing because it fills a position that was not filled yet.
So you are just saying that this one is a perfect signing for Kaizer Chiefs.
Incredible signing. You know, it's signings like this that where you know that okay, Lilepo will give us more than the goals that he gave us this season.
Yes.
You know, Duduzi Shabalala will give us more goals than he gave us last season.
Yes.
You know, Wandile Duba is going to give us more goals than he gave us, even if those goals is just a simple 2 more goals, or a simple 1 more goal, or a simple even 3 more goals from Lilepo. It's going to be a big difference because if you look at the results, how many draws are there? Those draws can be decided. So we can maintain the same number of losses, but if we combine the wins and you know those many goals that we add, whether it's 10 more goals, can decide for us maybe 10 games where we it's not a draw, or maybe we're losing and we got a draw. Those things are important. You know, those 10 extra goals, they can be a lifeline, you know, like a life-saving scoreline. You know, so having somebody like this, you know, who's great in his position, whereas it's a position that is not filled in the team. No matter if he's expensive, cheap, a free agent or what, we know that it's a position that was not filled.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, it's still a good signing, no matter what. Whether the conditions are we signing him as a free agent, or the conditions are, you know, he's still young, he's 26 years old. You know, I mean, the World Cup is right around the corner.
Yes.
You know, and I think it's a great opportunity for him to be seen by the national team coach. And I think playing for Chiefs is going to elevate his chances in settling in the number 10 position. And as we've seen also that, I mean, in the Chiefs team, the number 10 position has been rotated a lot.
Yes.
So to find somebody maybe that can cement that position, we can primarily say that we've got a certain position cemented, which means that we have a certain starting lineup.
Yes. Yes. No, I like how you're breaking it down, because there's some comments from Kelelo, one of our members, saying that Mesh, you are giving me more, even more hope on how you're explaining things. So I think this is one of your credit, bruh. So, bruh, if you are moving on to Ribero also being wanted in France League 2, and they're saying the interest is actually high, and then it is believed that this guy, the region of 40 something to 50 something million. So do you think this is the time for Ribero to move from South African football?
Yeah, I think, I mean, Ribero cannot prove himself more than this. He's won the league, he's been to a CAF final, so I think it's the highest honor. It's the same with Rivero leaving Pirates. You know, what more do you want from him? You know, he did collect the cups. You know, rather you leave when people still love you than to leave when people no longer appreciate you. You know, and we've seen a lot of that happen in teams. So, and also, I mean, we look at the AFCON, the previous AFCON of Bafana. You know, I felt like that was the moment from Mutau, Mukwena, Modiba, Williams, any of them to go overseas, even if their current teams were offering them, you know, a great contract, but just like, you know, to play abroad. But unfortunately, we don't all have the same ideas of everything, because Sundowns also ultimately is a global team because they're in the Club World Cup. So that's also a great opportunity.
What a point.
You know, but at the same time, you know, like you ask yourself, okay, from here onwards now, where can Williams move to? where can Mukwena move to? Because they were hot then. So even with Ribero, man, just take the opportunity. You did well, Tap World Cup. You played for an African team that gave you an experience that most probably that you'd have to be an elite player in Brazil to get that opportunity. But even as an elite player in Africa, in South Africa, you were able to get the same opportunity as the other players abroad. So I think it's a great moment for him to move while the people still appreciate him. I know many people will want, especially the Sundawners, for him to stay.
Yes.
But I think as an individual also, we must be like very wary of what the individual is thinking.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man, for actually going deeper into this one. Also mentioning that Sundown, they're also one of the team which is performing also good, and they're also on the world stage. So maybe it might be the reason why he can go, or some of the players didn't go. So, bruh, I just want to ask you a last question. We'll be talking about, I know it's off topic, about Orlando Pirates, new head coach. I was waiting for you to comment on that one.
Yeah, the head coach, man, I think he did well when he was at Marumo Gallants. He was able to put some sort of stability, although the results wouldn't say like, he's the right man for the job for Pirates, but I think that he did well. So I feel like this one is just like Falls. You remember Falls when he got an opportunity at Sundowns? I feel like this is one of those signings where, like, okay, we see what the coach is able to do. I think the characteristics that we're looking for are there. He's able to implement a strategy and all of those things. But remember, there were also rumors about Rulani, and they said that the final touches for that deal to conclude, it needed that Rulani needed control. And I think that this coach is not necessarily after his own, maybe let's say personal goals. Let's say he's willing. It's a great opportunity for him,
Yes.
to elevate his career and work with a team that's already in CAF. So you must remember now, as an individual, he's moving from a team that was fighting for, like mid-table finish, and now he's coaching a team that is CAF and a team that is fighting for the league also, or at least one of the best contenders in the previous season, or the number two. That's a great improvement. And we've seen what CAF can do. People are playing in the Club World Cup, AFL, different competitions that you can find yourself in. More scouts, more people are looking, so you can, you can be in a place where you are even getting a good opportunity to go overseas. And I believe Ngezana was not only seen from the previous season, but I think also his run in the CAF Champions League.
I know, I understand, and I thank you very much for your opinion on that, because we had a lot of debate about the new coach of of Orlando Pirates. So, but I just wish him the best also, and also wishing Mbule the best, because I know many fans of Kaizer Chiefs, they actually had about this movement of Mbule. They wanted to see him playing for Kaizer Chiefs, but at the end of the day, you know what? If it's not like that, man. That's how it is, man. So we have Mesh. Somebody's Kelelo is actually saying that, imagine debating. Actually, that was like, he said, Mula, Lo, I need you to sign Mesh and Rasta. I wanna hear them educate us at the same time. And okay, I understand. That one is an opinion. And he also said that if I can get you Rasta and you Mesh, I'm gonna reach 100k subscribers by the end of August. Yo, that's a huge task. But Mesh, thank you very much, bro, for appearing on our channel. We really appreciate it. You know that you are actually a member of this channel, so we really appreciate your opinions on what is really happening. And I just want to say, man, wishing the best for Orlando Pirates, new head coach, and also the new signing of Kaizer Chiefs, and also Mbule to Orlando Pirates. This guys. Let us just say thank you to Mesh, and also subscribers and viewers who actually joined the chat right now. 26 likes, but you 136 guys. Give more likes for Mesh family. Mesh, thank you very much, brother.
Sharp, sharp,